I am Sihle Vilakazi, back again this week on Stories Untold, the home of good news. And today, just like any other week, we bring you yet another inspiring story of ordinary Africans who do extraordinary things. And today we are taking the next 30 minutes getting to know Sihle Vilakazi. Now, Sihle Vilakazi was born with a medical condition called osteogenesis imperfecta. Now, this means that this kind of condition affects the formation of the bones. It also hinders with the growth of an individual who's diagnosed with this medical condition. Now, Sihle decided that she's going to live a full life against all odds. She went and started her own business in the beauty industry, and she is a proud mother. And the reason why we are bringing this up is because she was told that she will not be able to have children. And now she did that and is living a full life. Let's see.
Aspiring to become one of the best makeup artists and successful business person, Sihle Vilakazi does not let her disability deter her from living her life to the fullest. Living with osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a disease that affects one's bones and their ability to grow, can limit a person from living a long, full life.
I want to see myself as a big brand, like a makeup artist and cool, because I really love beauty. Yeah, so I'd really love to have my own company.
Usihle ngamita through a friend ehlala ngasekhaya, and then there was a time bekune topic around GBV against persons with disabilities, so ngacela ama-phone number ke ngam-invite, and then on our way there wacela ukuthi angi-makeup, ngathi no siza makeup ngenye imini because ngizobe ngibrandile, angifuni ukufaka ibrand with the makeup. And then we went lapho ke sadibana nje nabantu abaninzi. Sihle made a lot of friends and ama clients because yena ke uhlale efakile makeup. And then on our way back benginemishado e2 kwakumele ngi-attend, so Sihle offered to do a makeup yam for those weddings. And then that's when I started working with her. Wherever I go ngiuza yena for a makeup. Uma kunezinto engizenzayo ngiyam-invite her as well, naye make menyiwe ukwazi ukuhamba nami and then she's doing my makeup.
Growing up, Sihle was discouraged from participating in everyday life activities because of her condition. But because she had a fighting spirit, she went as far as starting a makeup business, working in corporate firms, and finding love.
For me, I believe that you must treat yourself the way you want people to treat you. If I'm going to feel sorry for myself, people are going to feel sorry for me. So, I live my life like it's the last day, because I'm not gonna die and wake up one day and be normal. No, this is the only life that I'm going to live. So I go out when I want to go out. I drink, but not that much, yes. So I just live my life. But obviously with the other things like dating, it's hard to date because you will think, oh, this person, is he not going to be ashamed of me when we walk in public? So yes, we have to be all cautious of those things.
At first it was a problem because nami like a first time, so I would get a lot of stirs. Ngibone nabantu bashoot ama-flash ama-camera, and then sometimes we confront, sometimes it's vele sibayeke nje. Yeah, and then what happened ukuthi nje ngibonile ukuthi angeke siphile labantu, and then I would say maybe for the past 3 years I've grown comfortable. Siyahamba nje emphakathini, even people basinotice abasenandaba basazi nje. Yeah, so it's normal now. Naye beka like bekazibuza ama-question ukuthi okay, so this guy userious, makaserious abantu bathini ngayabona, those kind of stuff. So I feel like I need ukuthi angazise nami ukuthi ngibe ne-understanding. Yeah, so yeah, that's what really happened.
Sihle's previous relationship resulted in her miraculously having a child, even though her condition deemed it impossible. She was then advised to terminate the pregnancy, and the father of her baby ended the relationship due to her falling pregnant in her state.
You having a child was like what was not in my list at all, but Yes, eventually I got pregnant, and then it was not easy as well because when I went to the doctors, I think I was 6 weeks, 6 weeks, and then I was advised to go home and think because I have to terminate the pregnancy. So I was given a week to go home and think about it. So when I got home, I thought about it. And then my sister advised me not to because I also didn't want to have a question in future. So what if my child was fine? What if you see? So I decided, you know what, whatever that's gonna happen, it's fine. So I decided to keep the baby. Yeah. When I was pregnant, I was also advised that I wouldn't be able to walk. From 6 months, I must use a wheelchair. And when I'm going to give birth, obviously I'm going to give a C-section since I'm short in structure. And then I was booked high care because they thought I was gonna have any complications. But I was able to walk because I gave birth at 35 weeks, which is 8 months. Yes, I didn't have any complications. After the operation, I went to the ward. I was told that my child already has a fracture when I went for sauna. I was told that my child already has a fracture. So I knew the life I thought maybe my child was gonna be like me, like have fractures now and then. So yeah, it was very stressful for me and my family again because I didn't want my child to grow up as me. You know, 1 minute you are home, the next minute you're at the hospital. So yeah, it was very, very stressful because I didn't even know if I was gonna live since I was told to terminate the pregnancy for my health because they told me the baby might push your heart, might push your internal organs, and then you might not make it. My baby daddy left me when I was 6 weeks pregnant. When he found out that I was pregnant, then he decided to leave me because maybe he thought the child was gonna be like me. I don't know why was he dating me. So yeah, I decided to end things with him.
Remember, positive number
Times.
positive number equals to.
You know, before I had a child, I have a lack of confidence. And then before I went to the hospital, I went to the doctor to check that I'm pregnant. And then when the doctor told me that I was pregnant, I cried. The doctor said to me, "You are crying. There are women who come here every month to check if they are pregnant. And when you are pregnant, you are crying. Why are you crying?" Why? Because this is a blessing from God. Since that day, I saw myself as a human. I'm human enough, and I'm a woman enough because I have a baby. I have something that other women long for, like they wish to have. So after that, since I have my baby, I live for my child. I don't care what people say.
Welcome back. This is Stories Untold. Thank you for taking this journey with us today. We are now taking a little bit more personal approach with Sihle because at the beginning of the show, we got to know about the rare medical condition called osteogenesis imperfecta. But now we'd like to get a bit more personal with the woman who runs her own business in the beauty industry. I mean, living with a rare condition places a burden on people around the individual who is diagnosed with that particular rare condition. There is also financial burdens, there's also stigma. But what gives Sihle Vilakazi the willpower to do what she does? Let's find out.
When a person lives with a disability, the family tends to get affected as they need to provide adequate support and care for that individual. But what happens when the whole family gets affected with a disability? Some of Sihle's family members also live with osteogenesis imperfecta. They believe it was passed on to them by their grandfather.
I was born with osteogenesis imperfecta. When I was born, my mother was already aware because I have a late uncle who also had an OI. And my mother also had OI, but they are different types. So I don't know which type she was. And then my type was a bit severe because I couldn't walk until the age of 9. I have an older brother also who has OI. Yes, but he's a bit stronger than me because he can walk. He walked at an early age.
Le disability esinayo vele kukuthi ayiqali kithi kuphela. Yeah, bakhona nabo mamncane abanayo. Sivele isikhona vele. Uyathola. So njoba sivele isikhona bese kuvele kwaziwa vele ukuthi iya like iyaya ngama generations, understand. So thina umama njengathi ne besekazi vele ukuthi hayi abantwana bambanayo istigma and futhi kudala bengakabi lezinto zokuthi mhlawumbe umntwana bayambona kwiscan na bese sivele siphuka vele ubona ukuthi hayi vele ngiyazi ukuthi banenkinga yethize.
Sihle's aunt recalls how difficult life was for Sihle and Sbusiso as their parents did not have much knowledge about their condition. She remembers when they first found out about this disability.
The condition yalabantwana bala endlini ukuthi sicala ukuyazi ukuthi khona. Siyibone kuSibusiso ubhuti kaSihle. Ahambila yekomunye ugogo bathi uneshashazi besesempumalanga ngaleso sikhathi bathi uneshashazi fanele ayogezwa ishashazi lakhona belivele emphinjweni so fanele ayogezwa lelo shashazi. Wamthatha kugogo ngokungaza ayitshela ukuthi vele besingakazi nathi ke amfake emathangeni athi umgeza leshashazi ke. Kanti angithi umntwana uyalwa vele. Usho ukuthi yena wasuyamqindezela ukuthi abe still. Kanti makamqindezela isikhathi azophuka. Thina sitshela ukuthi maybe usakhaliswa ile shashazi maybe ene ngokungazi besiloko simpepa kanti sekaphukile uphukela ethangeni. Ngelinye ilanga nje kwafika lo umqondo ukuthi hayi manje lo mntana ukhala every day masithi simchange napkin no ithanga leli la ka right lidumbile liphukile liyabonakala ukuthi uphukile.
Yabona lasi.
Manje bazivule lidrowa joint ithanga. Singibona leso.
Leso.
Leso. Singibona. Me and my brother, we have the same condition, but the difference is that mine affects mostly my bones. I couldn't grow like taller because every time I had to grow, my bones had to heal. And then the other thing that it affects the teeth. Yeah, maybe if I bite something hard, they will break. Yeah, they break. So my brother, with him, it's different because it affected his hearing. Yes, so it affects your hearing, your teeth, or your eyes. With me, it's my teeth, and then with my brother, it's the ears, the hearing.
Yeah, my condition type 4, and mangpuga, nagakulu mnabingpuga my lower limbs. Yabo, maragakulu amafima, amatang so, yeah. Otherwise nje upper body right.
Usihle uthena kavela besibase sesikwazi ukuhlukanisa sabona ngamathanga waba wafani nawo abantwana bonke abangathi anama kevlar phezulu abe chrome so sabona lapho ukuthi ayino Sihle unayo le osteo vele kuthe makhamba isikhathi ngoba bekangahambi noma khasa once wa balance wrong sekaphukile.
Yeah.
After finding out about their condition, they learned it affects them differently as it has different types. Because of this, their childhood was affected.
When I grew up, yes, I was a child who used to play like mostly in the yard because I couldn't go to the streets since of my bones conditions, because my bones are very fragile. I can maybe get broken maybe by falling or maybe by hitting this table corner. So my bones were very fragile and I was always at the hospital. I could even get broken just by crossing my legs. So I would get a fracture from doing that. Or maybe if you throw a blanket at me, then I would also get a fracture. So yeah, my childhood was very different from the other kids because I couldn't run or walk or do other, like maybe climb, and yeah. So my childhood was very different from other kids.
Futhi bebangahambi kodlalela kweminye imisi bekudlalwa la eJardini bacelela abangani ke wozani izodlala noSihle ebese ke badlale noSihle la ngoba besazi isimo ukuthi maybe makangahamba uzobuya sekuyinkinga ngoba uthe khona lapho bese kakhule khona maybe kapho nabo ma 9 10 la same street bekanomngane ujabulile wamcela ke kumama ke bekasaphila leso sikhathi wathi ucela ukuhamba noSihle eDobsonville wahamba naye uthe make ehle taxini washaye kuSihle taxini esivalweni seTaxi waphuka wabuya naye ujabulile sekampepile maybe bekashiya uSihle ngabo ma 2 or 3 years wabuya sekampepile washo uthi mama kaSihle ngithe ngiyehle taxini Sihle washayeka eminyango weTaxi waphuka sekaphukile yabona sagcina lapho ukuthi hayi ngoba noma hambile sijele ukuthi fanele akhululeke njengabanye abantwana still ngona ahlale la ekhaya up until wahlakanipha ke besekazazi naye ukuthi into enje akadlali ngayo uzolimala into enje akadlali ngayo umuntu wayenobustotu ke ubhuti kaSihle usibusiso wayethanda ibhola hamba yedlala emagroundini mhlamba athi uyakhaba ibhola fomunye sekamkhabile sekazobuya sekaphukile
but akunzima kangako kusintwana
Spusiso also has a child living with the same disability. He says that he sometimes struggles to get necessary help as some medical professionals have no knowledge about this condition.
njengoba ngisho umntana menayo ngiye ngaya even nase clinic ngathi ngiyibika indaba ukuthi kunento ebayibiza ngokuthiwa iOI cabanga iqualified nurse wangibuza ukuthi what is OI yini osteogenesis imperfecta wadonsa phone and then wazama ukuyikhukhula so a professional angazi ngale this condition simply means nabantu e-community nabayazi.
And I think I got it that
Through it all, Sihle has managed to live a positive-filled life. She has achieved numerous awards throughout her schooling years and managed to get employment despite her living with a disability. She still aspires to do more great things in order to change her life for the better.
I was attending a special school for people living with disability. So where I live, they used to say, ufunde takalani, because it was written for physically challenged. But I'm glad ukuthi ngikwazile ukuqeda isikole. I finished my matric ngase ngaphuma ephepheni. Bona laba bebathi ngifunde takalani, they don't even have grade 12 law. So yeah. And then after grade 12 I had opportunities. I managed to do project management. I also worked for 4 years at a bank. I have qualifications: project management, customer management, generic management. Yes, and I also did some other courses like photography. So yes, I don't limit myself. I love to learn new things.
Thank you for staying with us right here on Stories Untold, a one-of-a-kind platform that gives ordinary people an opportunity to tell their stories from an authentic perspective. And that one individual today is Sihle Vilakazi, who is living with a rare medical condition, osteogenesis imperfecta. Now, that means that that condition affects the formation of the bones. Now, Sihle has come a long way to be where she is today. So that impact that she's had on people around her from the business perspective, friends and family, is what we are getting to hear about right now.
Sihle has been involved in a lot of mini projects. Uke wasebenza nase bank as intern and all. So ngimfisela nje okuhle ungathi make eqashwa wherever pho baza mhlambe after seeing this bazacinga ukuthi bamthathe. Bangamthathi ngoba of her condition, bamthathe because makenza umsebenzi owenza ngokuzimisela. She knows what she's doing.
Yazi yena ngumfisela impumelelo ngoba vele uhlakaniphile nakahlala ngaphansi ena icondition yakhe akuyo akayinaki usitshela usibehave njengomuntu onormal vele nje uhamba nabantu abanormal. So ngimfisela ukuthi uNkulunkulu ngathi angamuphi amandla nenhlanhla izinto zakhe nje zichubeke ngelilanga naye simbone mhlambe khona la kubomabona kude futhi vele asebenza nje njengoba makeup enzana angahlalanga kanti yena at least uzamile ukufunda wachubeka kakhulu nesikole zangathi nakafika grade 12 wahlala chubekile wenza IT nokho akufani una something. After that wasebenza boma Netbank usebenzile boma IYs sebenzile nje indawo engathi zithe
Sihle une-confidence kakhulu. So I don't think ukuthi yam-affecta this condition. Because nawe ubonile nje noma ngena lapha bekazenzela each and everything. Like bekazishanelela uyazenzela yonke.
With the lack of information and knowledge about osteogenesis imperfecta, Sihle hopes to use her life experience to start a foundation that will assist new moms on how to care for a child with special needs.
We wish to have a group or a organization ezokhuluma nge-osteogenesis imperfecta, because kukhona abanye abazali uthola ukuthi umzali like umama uright mara ubaba bekanayo and then umama akazi. Umama kuba omunye umama like akakhona uku-accept ukuthi umntana wakhe uyaphuka, omunye angazi amangala ukuthi umntana uyakhala, umntana ukhalelani kanti umntana uphukile. So yebo ngingathanda ukuba ne-program enjalo ukuthi ngifundise umama ukuthi umntana umphatha kanjani, maybe uma umtshintsha kanjani, izinto enjalo nje ngifundisa abazali nge-condition yami. Yes, especially new parents.
And we've come to the end of the show. I would like to hear from you if the stories that you encounter on the show on a weekly basis, how you perceive what you've learned, what you think about them. There are multiple platforms that you can get in touch with us. We are on social media at Stories Untold SABC on Twitter as well as on Facebook. Now, send us those direct messages. Who knows, you could also be featured on the show. And a big thank you to our guests on a weekly basis. And today specifically would like to give thank you to Sihle Vilakazi, who welcomed our crew into her home and shared her story. Let's do this again, same time, same place. Goodbye.